So the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. So the feeling like I'm happy in a damn lie. So the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you the best weapon for you to actually not die. So this is a weapon where you can pretty much never die if you use it correctly, and that is going to be the repeaters, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use them effectively so you shouldn't die on pretty much any behemoth. Obviously you will die on a few, but it will help you actually not die. But guys, if you are new around here and you do enjoy Dauntless, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. We have just hit 10k subs and we're getting closer to that 11k mark, so if you could help out, I'd appreciate it. But the main reason we are going to be using the repeaters, guys, is simply because of the distance. Now, it's really effective to keep your distance in this game, because if you start getting close to certain behemoths, they're going to pretty much just slam you around and eventually kill you. But the reason why I've been using the repeaters quite a lot is they're not my favourite weapon, and they definitely aren't that good until they're fully upgraded. Mine are around about halfway at the minute. But guys, the reason why I enjoy using them is simply because you can keep the distance and you can see exactly where the enemy's going, whereas if you used a weapon like a sword, you could actually die from going up close. But I'm going to prove to you in this one, like that then, we got too close to him and that's the reason why we died. Now we are on solo, so it makes it a little bit harder, don't forget guys. But you simply just want to hit those crits and dodge out the way. And you should never really die to any behemoth if you follow this strategy and just keep in your distance. So as you can tell, we've already damaged his leg. Now we are on a little behemoth just to show you this video and how it actually works. But we're going to talk more on the repeaters later on, and I'm going to show you the best build to actually use and some of the best sells. But we've been hit around about twice, whereas if I was using a sword we would have probably been hit a good couple of times by now. But all you've got to do is simply keep dodging and keep your distance, and you should never die. Now we've took his other leg out. Trust me guys, these are definitely the best weapons to actually stay alive with, rather than any other one. Another tip for when you're actually fighting is simply don't reload while he's running at you, which I just did then, as you can see. So he's coming at me, I'm going to dodge and simply fire. Now it's important to keep your distance, because obviously as he's getting closer right now, I'm struggling, it's getting a lot harder. Another tip guys, when the crosshair goes red, that is when you're about to hit a critical shot. If it's on the Y, then it's not going to be a critical shot. That is a tip that not many people know about. It's getting too close. So what I like to do, put the weapon away and simply run. Now by doing this we've kept the distance. He's coming back. But guys, this isn't going to be the fastest way to kill anything. This is simply the best weapon to just stay alive with. If you want the best weapon, I'll make a guide probably in the next coming days of the best weapon and the most damage you can do. But once we have killed this behemoth, it works with anyone as well. Just keep your distance. There's not a lot to say guys, I just thought I'd share this tip with you. If you are struggling on any behemoth, you're using the sword and you're pretty much getting slapped about because you aren't keeping your distance, then try the repeaters and I can guarantee you probably will be able to kill it. However, it will take a lot longer when you're actually killing it, so it's your preference. I just use this tip when I'm struggling on any behemoth, and it's also a good weapon to use to actually learn the behemoth's mechanics, because you can keep a distance and watch it from far. Using this strategy you should never really die, but you might die on the later behemoths that are quite hard to actually kill. And obviously if we was in a team of 4 right now killing this, you pretty much would never get hit. It's only because I'm on solo and I'm the only target it can actually go for. But we have killed it at a decent time for the repeaters. Now for me they're not the best damage, but 4 minute 53 and we didn't even go down. Now usually you will go down doing that. But I'm going to look at the cells and I'm going to show you the best ones to actually use right now for the repeaters and the best build to actually stay alive with that weapon. But guys, just practice. Obviously the only thing you can do is practice makes perfect with these, and the repeaters they're not really that difficult to learn. It's simply just spam, use your super ability now and again. So what we're going to do is simply go over to inventory. Now what I'm going to put on the repeaters, this is a different loadout and I don't actually have any mods on at the minute, as you can tell. But what we're going to do is, for me, I'm not really bothered about any of these, but the ones that I would put on is obviously anything. You can have anything on this one, doesn't really matter. Increased damage but against that, but you are going to want increased movement speed. That is going to be pretty much one of the best ones to actually do, or agility. Anything that increases your speed, make sure you're using it, because with these weapons you're going to be dodging a lot and keeping your distance, so you are going to need that ability to actually move about. But let me know what you guys think. Try that method out by actually just running around, not doing anything really, keeping your distance, and I can guarantee that it will improve your survivability and you won't die as quick as you would with using other weapons. But we're going to talk about some things right now and what the repeaters actually do and the perks that they do have and the total damage it does. So we'll talk about that right now. So firstly we are going to talk about the combos for the repeaters. Now there isn't too many for this one, guys. Like I said, it's a really easy weapon to actually use. But the first one is ballistic chamber, and that fires a missile in a line that deals damage to the first behemoth hit. This is like your heavy attack. And then obviously if you change it up, because with the repeaters it has different attachments, so pretty much all the attachments do different things. But then we do have the marksman chamber, fires a shot in a line that damages and marks a behemoth's part, increasing shot damage done against the part hit. So for me, I do prefer the ballistic chamber in my opinion, and that's the one that I was using then. But then we'll move on to the captain's grip. So throws a buff that can be picked up by any slayer, granting them increased damage and attack speed. And then the saboteur's grip throws a mine that arms after a short period, damaging any behemoth that hits it after arming. Now for me, I do prefer the one that gives out a buff, and that's simply because I can keep a distance with that and you don't have to get too close to the behemoth, which is what the video is about, guys. Now I'm not saying this is the quickest way, the best weapon. This is the best weapon to stay alive and actually not die to any behemoth. But that's the combos. We're going to move on to the mods right now, guys, and I'll talk you through them, which one the best one is to use for this strategy. So guys, the mods are up on screen, and the first one is capacitive magazine. Using an ability returns 4 ammo to the magazine, and that is unlocked at repeaters level 6. The second one is scope sights. Now this is a one that you are going to want to be using if you are using this strategy, and that is increases damage fall off range by 25%, which is quite a big boost. So what this means is your fall off damage is simply like the maximum damage you can do at a certain range. So this basically upgrades your range by 25% by doing max damage, which is really handy to use for this strategy, and that is the one that you should be running when you do unlock it. The next one is lucky magazine, grants 2% critical strike chance for each round missing from the magazine. That's unlocked at level 16. That's not really a good one, I wouldn't recommend using that. The next one we do have is extraction catalyst. Now this reduces both ability cooldown by 2 seconds when dodging through behemoth's attacks. It's also obtained from a quest, but it's not that good, so I wouldn't actually try and get that. Get it eventually, but don't actually go and grind for that. Next one is lightweight frame. Gain 20% increased movement speed when at 6 or less ammo. Now this is a key one also, guys. You could run this one because, like I said, anything that increases your stamina, your movement speed is what you're going to want to be using with this setup, because you are quite slow at moving with these repeaters, especially while shooting. You can't really move and reloading, so anything that does increase that movement speed is going to help. And the final one is precision sights. Deal 5 increased damage when attacking the same part multiple times, stacks up to 8 times, obtained from a quest. Now that is decent, to be fair, guys. It's going to help you with DPS, but like I said, I'd use that if you are going to be getting up close and wanting to kill the enemy quick. But say if you're doing it solo and you're trying to keep your distance and survive, which is what the video is about, I'd recommend the lightweight frame or the scope sights. Try them out, decide which ones you want to use. But that is going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you have learnt something new about the repeaters, and not only that, try this method out on how to actually survive the longest and not die to any behemoths. Let me know if it works for you guys, or if you've got any other tips and tricks, leave them down in the comment section. I read pretty much every comment and try and reply to most of them. And as always, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.